to End the Weeds with Bubba Seeds. Yeah, we ended it on YouTube, but that's not our main platform because we believe in this freedom of speech and the Bill of Amendments. You know what it is. You know how it goes, and you know what it do. We're about to get jamming on some of the hottest THCA news. THC cannabis reform, hemp politics, whatever you want to call it. It's just a plant. It grows that way, and just so happens if you set it on fire, there are some effects. So, without further ado, let's jump right on into it. What do you guys think should be made in what kind of changes do you think should be made in the cannabis industry here on the American side? And I'd love to talk about international reform, but I don't know how that really works. I need to get educated and what on who governs international law. So, with all good stuff said and done, we're just adorable people. Yeah, I've never heard, man. You can't have no aspirin before surgery. Yes, I have. I've never heard, man. Yeah, don't eat nothing before coming. Never heard that before. No, I've heard all these things, man. You know what we really don't hear? We don't hear people say, no, you can't smoke cannabis before coming up here. You know, maybe on anesthesiology. Don't get me started on all the technicals. But, you know, Jesus Christ, I've been talking to myself. Anyway, welcome to In the Weeds with Bubba Seeds, where all the hemp, marijuana, cannabis, all that good news comes into you. The great United States, we've gone by the cannabis law reform. So, if you got any opinions on what you think should be changed in cannabis law reform, let us know down in the comments. Let's have a chat about it. Should it be 21 years of age to be a consumer of cannabis? Should we restrict driving? How should we restrict driving in the absence of testing? And most of all, what's important to you? What made you want to come on in? I'm going to share my links while we get a panel going. Let's get a panel going. All right. Hey. Oh, I know some people. Uke. Uke. Where you at? Oop. What is he? Useless. Come on over. Yeah. So I really can't see any comments from anybody. So you're probably gonna have to skip over the live chat unless you're on Rumble with me. And yeah, let me check on the chat now. We got messages. What's up? Copy? What's up, brother? I don't know exactly what you were asking for. But yeah, I could check that out. So, like I said, back to cannabis reform. What do you think we could make for good pushing points on local politicians, representatives, maybe even senators that will help change their minds? Um, Me, it's regulation, not banning. I think if we went over to a 21-year uh, cap on the age, that would satisfy a lot of criteria and make a little more doctors happy. understand that developing a brain can't have cannabis. Well, I understand a brain with seizures needs it. So you could let the doctor and the parents decide risk versus reward on that one, in my opinion. That's just me. Now, we should be like thinking about more considerate things like that. Yeah, guy could fall over dead, lose consciousness, and vegetate without cannabis, or he could just not develop his brain a little bit, dead alive, pick a hand, wishing one hit the other one, mom would always say, and that's how it went, you know? Shit, put a doobie in that hand. Yeah. How are the comments going to work on the other platforms? I'm probably missing them, man. I'm probably missing them. But y'all feel free to commute, and have conversations down there. I will be active in the chat on Rumble. So, what's good? What's going on? What it do? How it is? You know what it's not. And what drives the conversation in this industry? Uh, What drives the conversation in this industry? Just sit there and think about that for a minute. Here recently, my main concerns are dishonest companies just outlandishly lying on their packaging, taking claims that are just over the moon, through the galaxy, just way out there with it. Like, you're going to put 1,600 milligrams in some pack of gummies? Why? First off, you get 5 good milligrams, you're nice. You should be nice. Some people require more. There's a 25 milligram guy I know. Oh boy. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Hmm. Does this thing let me flip the angle there? No? Yeah. That's wonderful. I can't show y'all the whole building, I guess. But that's what it is. Trying to drive the conversation. So we've covered the age. Busting the regulation up to the age 21. I think that would be good for not only state legalization but federal legalization. And Texas ain't budgeting for that. In my opinion, I'm just going to leave my products at 21 years or up. I don't know where you can find any of those at .com or anything. Nothing like that. I don't know where to get those. We don't talk about that .com over here. But I think that's the responsible thing to do. As a wholesaler, I think it's partially our responsibility to enact some of these policies and make our retailers follow them, or just cut them off. Don't deal with them. Uh, Worst case scenario, I turn them into the Department of Safety and Health Services. Worst case scenario. Oh, worst case. I find somebody selling to kids, it doesn't look good for any of us. Even if it is just the retailers, or even if it is the kids stealing from the parents that legitimately bought it from the retailers, you got to think about this for a moment. They are responsible for their guns being laid out. We should be responsible for your cannabis being laid out. Like, put it behind a few locks, put it in the safe, put it up in the cabinet. Like, your kids taking your vape to school and getting cut. Yeah, that don't look good for me. I manufactured the thing. It don't look good for the fucking place that you bought it from. They sold it to you, and it don't look good for you. You let your kid get to it. So, we got these things we need to work on. True. Should we let them stop us from writing a good bill and letting it run through the fucking house? No, it shouldn't. And honestly, I don't know how a good bill hasn't been written yet. I got a good buddy over here on our Discord. He's coming up with some good ideas, but if every part of the bill isn't flawless, if you don't get biased about both sides, you're gonna get a little into the weeds. In the weeds with Bubba seeds. You're gonna get in the weeds and people are just gonna, see that and not want it. That's how it is. It's how it's going to be. It's how it's going. Uh, you guys keep everything on scientific fact. As far as DWIs go, bro, were they swerving? Their eyes red? Can they pass a field sobriety test? Leave it at that until we figure out the weed breathalyzer or spit in the cup or whatever, you know? And then you're going to have all the exceptions for the medical people. Because you know there's that guy out there with that 1 gram of hit Tyler that's out there driving. He's just fine. And then you know there's freaking half a fucking size of a period. You know that guy out here who takes a hit that big and the size of one of them letters. He's all over the fucking road passing out. So it's a hard distinction to make as a law enforcement officer. And I hear their cries. How do I distinguish if this man is intoxicated? Can he pass a field sobriety test? All right. All laws aside, is he recklessly driving? I know we want to catch the danger before it hits the streets. Yeah, well, good citizens shouldn't hit the streets if they know they're impaired. And part of being impaired is part of being an adult. I mean, part of being an adult is knowing when you're impaired. Excuse it, yeah. All right, so you go out and hurt somebody, that's on you. That family needs to be repaid for their pain. We're going to take more than insurance from you. Just saying. Man, and as far as other issues, children's and stuff, man, if a doctor ain't prescribing it to a kid under 21, and I know you can go fight the wars and whatnot, but that age is low for a reason, and that reason has come to pass, and that needs to be reconsidered. But it's a good way to school. I don't know. Hoorah! Yep. Oh. Anyway. Should we let intelligence officers be discriminated for past use? This is coming up. Are we going to deny clearance because somebody in the past, in and of itself, used marijuana? Well, are you? I remember seeing some studies where it was a truth serum, and I kind of think I would like it in some parts of the intelligence agency. In some parts, I don't think it should be in. Yeah, there's some truth out there I don't want to hear. Yeah. There is. Is there anything to drink in that thing? Anyway, we've knocked it out in the weeds. We're starting to get out there in the other politics. So, like, all the giveaways and whatnot, nobody's claimed any of them. Not one. So, y'all want to shoot an email over? If y'all go to the website, find the email. Somebody claim a prize. Just say, hey, give me a prize. Yep. Because every single one of them, nobody won. Nobody participated. And I have a feeling that's probably going to continue over on the Rumble platform. Like I said, we're abandoning YouTube. What am I not on right now? I'm not on X right now, but I'm like on. What else are we on? Let's see. Boop. We have college. Start taking callers. Alright, we're taking callers, whatever that means. Ah, wow, okay. There's fucking buttons. Let's wrap up and leave. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up and leave. Anybody got anything to say? Who's here? YouTube, Twitch. Well, that's it. In the weeds with Bubba Seeds. We brought it on over to Rumble. Here we are. Hope to catch y'all some more. Maybe we'll plan it out. This was a pilot run. Total pilot run. I yapped for a whole minute and a half before I realized the camera wasn't on. We got it. We figuring it out. Anyway, you found In the Weeds with Bubba Seeds. Thank you for tuning in. This is your number one spot for just chilling, man. We're just good old spot. We won't let the circus in, I swear to God. If you're the circus and you're coming in, be prepared. We're gonna roast you.